Hi guys, for today's lesson I'm going to teach you how to factor a polynomial. First of all, what is factoring? Factoring is a process by which one tries to make a mathematical expression look like a multiplication problem by looking for factors. There are 6 types of factoring. It is greatest common factor, grouping, difference in two squares, sum or difference in two cubes, trinomials, and general trinomials. Let's start with the first one, the greatest common factor. Let's have 7x plus 21y. The first thing that you should always do is to look for the GCF. The greatest common factor between 7 and 21 is 7. 7 divided by 7 is equals to x. 21 divided by 7 is equals to 3y. X plus 3y is the final answer. Our second example is the grouping method. Let's have x squared plus 4x plus 5x plus 20. What would you do to factor this expression? The first step is you have to figure out if you can factor it with the grouping method. Can we do that? Here's how we can tell. What is 4 divided by x? X is 1. So 4 divided by 1 is equal to 4. What is 20 divided by 5? 20 divided by 5 is equals to 4. If the first two coefficient has the same ratio as the second coefficient, then you can factor it by the grouping method. What we need to do is take out the GCF. The greatest common factor is x. X squared divided by x is x. 4x divided by x is 4. The greatest common factor in the second term is 5. 5x divided by 5 is 5. 5x divided by 20 is 4. If you see a common factor which is x plus 4, then you're in the right step. Next, we're gonna factor out the GCF, which is x plus 4. And if we take out x plus 4, we're gonna have x left over. And if we factor out the x plus 4 in the second term, we're gonna have 5 left over. And that is it. That is the final answer. The next one is factoring trinomials. Let's have x squared plus 5x plus 6. What you're gonna do is find a number that multiplies with 6 and adds with the value of the middle, which is 5. Let's make a list. 6 times 1 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. And it is equals to 5. So the answer is gonna be x plus 3 and x plus 2. If you want, you can double check your answer using the FOIL method. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is 2x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 2 is 6. Add it all up and voila. The next example is the difference in two squares. Let's have x squared minus 9. This is a difference because it is subtracting two quantities that are each squares. This is literally x squared minus 3 squared. So the factor is just going to be equal with x plus 3 and x minus 3. This is going to be the final answer. Our last example for today is going to be the sum or difference in two cubes. Let's have x to the third plus 8. This is going to be, it's like a to the third plus b to the third. It's going to be equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So you need to realize that a to the third is similar to x to the third. Get the cube root of each side. A is equal to x. B to the third is equals to 8. And the cube root of 8 is 2. B equals 2. Keep in mind that a is equals to x and b is equals to 2. So we have to substitute. A is x plus b is 2 times a squared, which is x squared, plus minus ab, which is 2x, plus b squared is 4. Correction, this is negative, so the final answer is x plus 2 times x squared minus 2x plus 4. And that is how you factor a polynomial. I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. Thank you for watching.